the celebration of Christ the King. Now, we're celebrating the last Sunday in the church's year. Next week, we begin what's called Advent. But for now, we're celebrating and honoring Jesus Christ, our king. So I want to begin with the story. Story about a king. King fell in love with a beautiful girl. Wanted to marry her. But there was a problem. She was a poor farmer's daughter. Beautiful, but king was royalty. The girl was peasant. It wasn't right for the king to marry a peasant girl. What to do? King was thinking, well, I can force it. I can make the decision. Force her. Make her marry me. He didn't want to do that. Or he could ask the girl to marry her. Would you accept it? I am a royal king. You are a poor peasant. Would the girl really love me, respect me because I'm a king? And thirdly, he could reject being a king, give it all up, and then become a peasant, poor peasant farmer like her. Then maybe she would insult me and think I'm stupid, made a mistake for leaving the kingship, come and marry her. She would reject me. So what to do? Didn't know. King was faced with the risk to accept it, marrying her. Did he want to marry her, ask her to marry him, or stay a king? Which was it? It was a risk. Okay. So let me make a comparison, that story, with our kingship right now, Jesus. Jesus is in heaven. Perfect place, wonderful place in heaven. Perfect, happy. But he loved some poor people. Loved who? Jesus was the king in heaven, loved you and me. So Jesus decided he's going to leave the kingship in heaven and come to be with us. Why? Jesus cherished all of us so very much. Jesus left heaven, the beautiful, happy place in heaven, to come to be with us. Jesus loved us so much, loved you, me, so much. Wow. But why? Same as the reason the king, about marrying the girl, wanted to leave the kingship to marry the girl. The girl didn't want to be afraid of the king, didn't want to think she was below him and he was too high. Jesus came here on earth to become equal to us, become human like us, so we could see Jesus and be afraid of him? No. You think you are almighty and we are below you? No. Jesus wanted to be equal to us. Think about that. Jesus, Son of God, left heaven to come in love for us here on earth. Why? To join our human life. And human life is tough sometimes, you know that. Jesus knew it also. Jesus had many people who rejected him, hated him. Jesus eventually accepted crucifixion. Why? For love of you and me. Wow. Jesus wanted to come to be with us so very much. Now back to the story. The king and the girl. King accepted the risk. And that's the end of the story. We don't know what happened. The king married the girl? Or did the girl refuse to marry the king? Or did the girl insult the king and say, "You're really stupid. You left being a king to marry me. That was stupid." We don't know. The end of the story, there was no end to the story. Why? Jesus' story as a king, there is no end right now. Jesus wants you to decide, wants you to accept Jesus, really make him, Jesus the king, means make Jesus become the person who leads you, influences you in your life, helps you decide what's the right thing in your life. Who decides? You. The story of the king and the girl forced the girl to marry him. Same with you. Jesus doesn't want to force you. Jesus wants to draw you, invite you to come, to be with Jesus. That story continues right now. You and I have to decide. I want Jesus to become my king. You're the person who's going to be the strongest influence in my life. I accept that. You have to decide yourselves also. Accept Jesus. What to do? Ask Jesus, you're my Lord, my King. I want to follow your way. So tell me what you want me to do. Tell me, please. Give me courage. Give me strength to do what you want. Jesus will help us. He will. Jesus wants all of us to become holy people. Jesus wants you and me to love Him down into us, to change us. His love influences us positively so that we become more like Jesus Himself.